The drilling in Suffolk is over. Both wells that could supply Virginia Beach with some 8 million gallons of water daily are in. The latest test is on the rig at the southernmost tip of Western Branch Reservoir. The well was scheduled to begin pumping at 12 noon. It did, but only for seconds. The startup was delayed almost an hour. The first time they turned the well on, one of the joints burst. It was the seal on an elbow joint that just didn't hold. Nothing major, but it took time to repair. Virginia Beach water officials were on hand waiting, so were the contractors from the drilling firm. The shaded woods did little to relieve the heat. The bugs had a field day. But it wasn't long before the waiting was over.
Start it up!
The second time around, it worked. Workers monitored the flow. A primary purpose of this test period is to determine the well's capacity or yield. To figure that out, technicians compute the flow and the drawdown of underground reserves. By Friday, they should know the capacity. Only then can they turn this well on for good. Now, this well will pump for 72 hours, 2,800 gallons a minute. When the test is over on Friday, officials will decide whether or not to put it online to serve the people of Virginia Beach. In Suffolk, Howard Jaffe, The Daily News. For 3 days, technicians monitored flow from this well. Then they turned it off. Workers refitted joints and replaced pipes. After an hour, it was ready to go again. The first time they turned this well on Tuesday, it was for testing. Now when they turn it back on, it'll be for good. Ready or not, here it comes. 8 million gallons of water a day to be pumped into Western Branch Reservoir. From there, through the Norfolk water system and onto the beach. There still is no contract between the resort city and Norfolk, but that didn't stop the beach's utilities director from throwing the switch and starting the pumps again.
We feel the water resource need is significant, and we want to utilize the wells as much as possible.
What remains to be done is fine-tuning the well and drafting the geologic reports that'll be delivered to Suffolk, since Suffolk controls the wells. And oh yes, what remains also is the contract with Norfolk. That has yet to be settled. In Suffolk, Howard Jaffe, The Daily News.